What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we continue to work our way through our Christmases in 25 Days series here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, every day until Christmas, we will unwrap Christmas movies the way kids unwrap presents, violently, chaotically, and mildly disappointed when it sucks. Today, we maybe have some socks, as we're talking about Fred Claus. Yes, the movie that answers the question, what if Santa had a brother who's basically the human version of a parking ticket? Let's get into it. So the movie stars Vince Vaughn as Fred Claus, Santa's older brother, who is basically allergic to responsibility, joy, and probably gingerbread. He's broke, he's grumpy, and he's somehow managed to make being related to Santa Claus feel like it's the world's worst linked-in connection. Santa, who's played by Paul Giamatti, which, look, the dude is a phenomenal actor and he's been in great things, but I think this is personally a little bit of a weird choice. Anyway, this version of Santa is the most stressed Santa in cinematic history, so naturally, to solve that, he invites Fred to the North Pole. And within 5 minutes, Fred is causing an HR violation with the elves. Speaking of that, there's also Kevin Spacey as the villain in this movie. That's all we're going to say about that. The good in this movie. Vince Vaughn is basically playing Vince Vaughn, but in the North Pole, which honestly works more than it probably should. Paul Giamatti brings middle-aged dad who's 2 coughs away from stress-induced nap energy to Santa. Again, it's really not my choice, but I do respect that it's something different, and they tried to give a backstory to both of those characters, so I do appreciate that. The world building is fun. The North Pole feels like a place where OSHA would have a field day, but it is a joy to see that atmosphere. What's the not so good? Well, the movie can't decide if it wants to be heartfelt Christmas comedy or a chaotic family therapy session with ornaments. And honestly, more often than not, it puts you in a damper mood versus holly jolly Christmas energy. If you watch the movie in 2025, or honestly any year past 2010, it feels like the editors figured out all these fancy special effects, tricks, and sounds, and they had to show off literally every single one of them. This is just one of them that I'm going to talk about. The elves, which were created by using a combination of CGI and in-camera effects, they literally used actors' heads to then put onto other actors who were smaller than those actors with their heads. It is really a wild choice, and I'm kind of surprised it isn't talked about any more than it is. I don't know a lot of people that are talking about this movie. Anyway, needless to say, I really don't like that decision on any level. The other thing, that it's kind of long for a movie that really only has like 45 minutes of actual plot. So those were some kind of harsh ones. What are my final thoughts? Honestly, it's not a bad Christmas movie. It just kind of feels like your weird uncle tried to direct Elf after one too many glasses of eggnog. Is it fun? Yeah. Is it weird? Yeah. Should you watch it? Absolutely. For the uncanny valley, all that stuff, I think you absolutely have to at least once. Maybe twice if you're wrapping presents and really need some background music that vaguely sounds like holiday spirit. So, all that for the overall movie score. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Honestly, it's not great, but it's certainly not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's enjoyable at times, and that's where it's at. What is my Christmas movie and the more important score in this series? I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. As I said earlier, it finds itself putting you more in the bah humbug mood versus the holly jolly spirit mood. Once it does get there to the holly jolly spirit. It is enjoyable, and it certainly has great Christmas themes in it. I think the ending's kind of cute, and of course, seeing the North Pole and that atmosphere is always great to see. So, what's that you were saying? You want more Bah Humbug spirit? Well, make sure you come back tomorrow as we review A Christmas Carol from 1984. That'll be my first time watching it. Until then, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you around at the next one, and happy holidays.